Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of your favorite show, the Weekend High Podcast. We back again at you. Your boy Sings is in the house, and my boy Swag doing our two-man weave to the basket. Your boy CT is out this weekend. He got some family things going on, so we're gonna send a shout out to CT. Hope his fam get better, everybody good. So he'll probably be back with us next week, y'all. So send your prayers and thoughts and all that stuff. But I'm sure he good. My man's good. So, but getting right into it, man. There's been a lot going on this week. How was your week, man?
Man, it was cool, man. It was real cool. I took Monday off, and then 4-day week. It was still hell, but I made it.
Yeah. I feel you on that. I had to take a little time too myself, and lay it down a little bit. Weather's trying to clear up a little bit. Spring is around the corner. We barreling through this year. It's already April on the way. April is in the horizon, knocking on the door. Before you know it, it'll be summertime here. So, but I hope wherever you are, wherever you at, you're doing good, you're doing well. And we're gonna get right into it, y'all.
Hey man, how about you, man? How your mental health holding up?
Everything's going good. Everything's holding up pretty good. So getting everything ready to do the show and bring y'all some stuff to think about. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, a lot going on in the media and the news, a lot to think about, but definitely get your mental health right, get you some meditation in, get you walk by a lake or river, you know what I'm saying? Whatever floats your damn boat, or you know what I'm saying, whatever you like to do to relieve your stress, hit a gym, whatever, but we're gonna get right into it. Like I said, this week, man, I want to get right. I guess we're gonna do something different. We usually always do the serious stuff at the end, so we're gonna start it off and we end up light. So
little amuse boost for the brain.
Yeah, man. A lot has been going on with the Biden administration and your girl Kamala there, Joe. They've been doing a lot this week. And one of the big things in the media is that your boy Joe said he is opening his arms, open arms. He opened them arms. Come on in. He's come on in. Come. That nigga said, "Come on in. Come on." He wants you to. He said, "The Ukraine, y'all could come on in. 100,000 of y'all, expecting to welcome 100,000 Ukrainians, refugees this week." And that got to and everybody got their thoughts on the war and everything, and they stance. And my stance is still the stance, of a foundation of Black American in this country. It don't really concern me because I'm still kind of focused on what we're trying to accomplish. It's a war I don't feel that we really need to be in, you know what I'm saying? But do as they may, the administration feel they got to be in it or whatever, and he's welcoming 100,000 Ukrainians. Also, I think we covered this last show. Hampton University, the HBCU, was giving free room and board to the Ukrainian refugees, and that and if you know anything about HBCUs they're not the most heavily funded schools. They usually need help with funding. I went to HBCU, so I know so for you to sit there and give out resources that probably should be reserved for how about a foundation of Black American or any kind of, or even an African brother that's coming there, take that, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But something that's probably should be a scholarship that should be reserved for us. So they getting, I don't agree with them getting free room and board from one of the poorer schools, you know what I'm saying? And then you think about this, you have Harvard University, which has a $1 billion endowment. They ain't giving them shit. They not offering. so you know what I'm saying, the quote unquote dominant society or white school is not. No white schools are offering nothing to these refugees that I know of, but our few HBCs, CU schools we have with limited resources is offering up free room and board and tuition and everything. So I don't really quite get that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's a move for the school to get some kind of money or funds because they doing this, or what I'm saying, or what.
Yeah,
But
tax break or something. I don't know.
yeah, man, but it seems kind of like crazy to me that these folks, what I'm saying, we put a lot of the money into other people across the world, and we got Americans here, not just foundational black, but I'm just if you want to just talk about Americans in general, that's homeless, that's on Skid Row, what I'm saying, of all races and creeds and whatnot, and they can't get, what I'm saying, no, they look at them like, people step over them every day like they ain't shit. So, but across the globe, um, when it's other immigrants of, or as your boy Zelensky said, blonde hair, blue eyed, this doesn't happen to blonde hair, blue eyed. I'm paraphrasing him. This doesn't happen to blonde hair, blue eyed people having this kind of stuff going on. So with people that look like them, I guess, immigration is going different. But what's your thoughts first off on, everything that's been going on with that narrative?
Well, I kind of fall under you, like it really don't concern me because I'm fighting my own fight, But you know, I really don't have I really don't care. I mean, not about the free room and board part, but you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right. As far as them, because remember, we can't forget that even the Ukrainians, they wasn't letting the African, what I'm saying, the little African students that was over there.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't even let them out.
Right.
He's
So
like,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
and the
yeah,
nerve of a HBCU giving up some free room and board. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it
yeah,
just,
yeah. And they ain't got that same energy at Yale and Harvard or Tate.
exactly. And we're talking about $1 billion schools. I'm talking about $1 billion endowments and $1 billion alumni and everything, and they're not offering shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that makes me think like, damn, why are they making our schools offer something? Even though our schools, of course, are controlled by the powers that be anyway. But it's like, okay, so you're gonna squeeze the HBCU limited resources, but you got schools over here that's worth $1 billion, and then they not offering nothing. Not a UCLA, not a NYU, not a Yale, Harvard, not a Brown University, none of those big Ivy
yeah,
League, big time schools. You know what I'm saying? So like I a lot of it just it angers me because it's like, well, it doesn't anger me. It just amazes me that a lot of the people in America can sit here and still say that, like, oh man, what's wrong? I don't see no racial. I don't see no racial. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you ain't really when you're on the opposite end of it, you probably more so gonna feel like, oh, it's not there. As opposed to when you on the other end of it, you see like these little things like that
yeah.
make you scratch your head like, damn, why are they giving Ukrainians free room and board to come to Hampton University? You know what I'm saying? Now, another thing too, that I was upset about, I'm gonna jump in with the Biden administration here. So they welcoming,
That nigga
100,000
said
Ukrainian
some light
refugees.
party, and this nigga went straight into the gusto.
Yeah, we're going straight in today, y'all. Take it breezy with me. We're going straight
He
in.
said, "Yeah, we're gonna do
Uh,
some light
now,
hearted."
yeah, now check this out. Another thing that the policy that he has, that your man Biden has, not your man, but you know what I'm saying, is that he the Ukrainians can now they could get temporary work too. They can get temporary money already. Like the thing is that your boy, your man Biden, he's trying to welcome 100,000 in. Um, he's already pushing, like, normally for, I guess, to get people to come over here, it's a longer process. He's trying to get that, he sped that process up. The efforts include providing more than $1 billion of new humanitarian assistance and launch of the European Democratic Resilience Initiative. It says the initiative will put at least 320 million towards, among other actions, bolstering democracy, documenting potential war crimes in Ukraine, keeping vulnerable people safe, such as the LGBTQ community. Ain't that something? And the U.S. has also already provided millions of dollars to Ukraine's neighboring countries as they welcome millions of displaced people. Now, I don't know about you, but I hear a lot of money getting thrown. I hear a lot of billions and millions and wrong. I ain't hear a trillion, but
You said, in
but
other news, we are being jumped in the line again. Like,
yeah. I mean, because always about the reparations claim is, oh, we don't have enough money to do it. But as you see, I just said billions. I just said millions. I just billions and millions, and we
yeah,
allocating 320 million plus a billion. So I don't. That's why I don't buy that we don't have the money to do it. That's the thing. If they want to do it, they can. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things. That's one of those I don't want. I don't want to do. As Brother Tariq said, I'm white and I say so, and I don't want to deal with it. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give y'all nothing. But also, and it's not stopping there. The Department of Homeland Security used a special mechanism parole to quickly bring in Afghans after the Taliban took over Afghanistan. So they also let in a bunch of Afghanistanian people. When the Afghanistan thing was cracking
yeah.
earlier this year, I believe. So they let a bunch of them in too. And this is how we welcome the Ukrainians here. I just want to show y'all. As you see, look at them. They getting a look, little boy on top of the shoulders. Yeah, we going to America. We go, you know what I'm saying? Like Disney World and shit. We going to America. They happy as shit, little boy on the shoulders. Look, they got the Red Cross out there. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And people would probably hear me and be like, no, what's wrong with that? Why you keep my scenes? Why you being so mean, man? Them people is going through something. They coming from a war-torn country, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. I get what you're saying. I hear you. I'm not saying nothing is wrong with trying to welcome people to help people, but I just know it's a certain color you got to be to get that help and to get that love. We've seen people all across the country, they putting their Ukrainian flags up and everything. And then Ukraine has a history of neo-Nazism. So these 100,000 out of the 100,000, how many of them gonna be neo-Nazis coming over here to fuck with black people? You know what I'm saying? I mean, who are the 100,000 people that's gonna get allocated to come over here? You know what I'm saying? So and we definitely got to go into that. So how do we know? So you inviting people to harm more people to harm us to come over here, and I'm gonna show you some. Here's a difference here. So now here's how they treated the Haitians earlier this year that were trying to immigrate here. I didn't see a lot of people pulling their Haitian flags out. Let them people come over to here. I didn't see a lot of money getting allocated to the Haitians that was trying to come over here. Looked like to me
Oh man, they got the about face for merch.
yeah, they getting beat, and a lot of people try to say, oh, those pictures were Photoshop. No, I mean, I looked on the internet, guys, and these pictures ain't Photoshop. They turned them people away. They got treated listen to this, and I'm gonna tell you how different it was. Remember, the other article said the Biden administration welcomes the 100,000 Ukrainians. Here it is: Biden administration to deport Haitians in South Texas. The U.S. will begin flying migrants back to Haiti and other countries on Sunday as President Biden struggled to manage an immigration system already buckling under record migration. Now listen to this: the Haitians coming over, they saying we ain't got no room for y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God, we have record migration issues. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. They announced the Biden administration. This was back when this was before the Ukrainian thing. If everybody knows, if you follow my timeline, the Biden administration announced that it would swiftly begin deporting Haitians who had gathered in the thousands at the southern border in the past week after illegally entering the U.S. as it struggled to manage an escalating crisis. The migrants are overwhelming the South Texas town of Del Rio and adding more strain to an immigration system already buckling under record migration, with hundreds of thousands crossing every month and many awaiting years for hearings. Wow. So, before the Ukrainian thing, it didn't seem like we couldn't deal with all these damn Haitians coming up. What the fuck? The administration temporarily paused deportation flights to Haiti after the country was struck by a devastating earthquake. So they got struck by an earthquake. Remember, that's why they was coming over here. And remember the president got assassinated. So a lot of them was trying to come over here for safety, just like the Ukrainians, because everybody's saying, "Oh man, those Ukrainians, they just trying to come over here to be safe." So damn, wasn't the Haitians trying to do the same thing? Right. And that's the motherfucking things they got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got about face. They got planes. They got their ass loaded on planes and sit back.
First
And
class.
and then the article clearly states that there's the reason they doing is because we have an immigration problem. We just can't handle the load of all these immigrants. But in the last 2 months, you saw the Afghanistan people, refugees come over. Now you got the Ukrainians coming over. You know what I'm saying? So what's the difference there? They both are coming from war torn countries. They both, looking, just looking for help, right?
Right.
But Biden gave them the about face. He had 3 planes planned for Sunday at that time and loaded their ass up and sent their ass back. Also, and most people say, well, okay, what was driving the Haitians, coming to the United States? Like I said, they had the earthquake, and then it was a group of mercenaries who assassinated their president, and it left and then the earthquake left more than 2,000 people dead. So those would be the people that you would want, to help in a time like that, right? Also, Biden's immigration policies, this article states, have left Haitians stranded in Mexico. Record numbers of Haitians are seeking asylum in Mexico because they have no other option. So the U.S. didn't even give their ass no option to come over here at all. So when you're not blind, hearing, and blue-eyed, it's gonna be harder for your ass to get immigrated over here. So that's why we as Foundational Black Americans, we do sometimes have a problem with our non-FBA brothers and sisters when they say, they don't care about, or they don't care about our struggle, because look, we fought to get y'all over here. Obviously, the powers that be didn't want y'all ass over here, so it was Martin Luther King and everybody in the '60s trying to get y'all ass over here. So that's what we like, y'all tripping. So, but yeah, that's how they did them at the border. Look, they on horses, like they overseers. Like it's this plantation days. They got whips whipping the brother right there. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. And the Ukrainians ain't getting that kind of welcome. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying, man, I'm just pointing to the facts, like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just clear as day. You know what I'm saying? They was saying everything, and then you ain't heard nothing else about you didn't hear nothing else about the Haitian refugees after that. You know what I'm saying? And then here's another picture of them. Look, they wading in the water. They got the patrol right there. You know what I'm saying? Right there on the water, like y'all ain't no. You know what I'm saying? So, and they just got did like the Africans got did at the Ukraine border. Like no. So. I call it like I see it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I say, it's clear as day. That they didn't want to let those people in. And then the headlines you see in the media is the U.S. the Ukrainians already in U.S. can now live and work legally in the country temporarily, so they can work and live here temporarily off top.
Mm-hmm.
Already.
He said got a pending work visa in this one.
Already, they ain't even got to wait for no visa. He sped the process up, and he said, you know what I'm saying, they announced Thursday that it will give temporary protection to Ukrainians already in the U.S. The ones already in the U.S. too. It's a key first step. You know what I'm saying? So it covers Ukrainians who arrived in the U.S. or on prior to March 1st. So the ones that are, it's estimated it's 34,000 Ukrainians that's already here. So, and another headline is Ukrainians are trickling into the U.S. to warm welcomes. They trickle in the U.S. to warm up. Come on, we love you guys. The Haitians came over here. Get the fuck back. Get your ass.
Yeah, they bringing in some sex workers.
Now I'm gonna say this. I'm not a big proponent of immigration itself because right now, because we got to focus on Foundation of Black Americans. We got to focus on getting reparations and getting what's owed to us before we can focus on immigration again. You know what I'm saying? We did it back in the 60s, but right now we got to focus on what we got to focus on. So I'm not for or against it, but I'm just showing you the difference of when somebody looks like me or Swag. It ain't a happy narrative that they putting out about the immigration. But somebody look like Larry Bird, oh, I welcome you in. I love you. Larry Legend, where you been at, baby? Larry Legend, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Larry Legend.
Come on in, we got your table waiting, so you get that kind of treatment, you know what I'm saying? So it's just plain as day, man. But moving on. Yeah, I had to hit y'all with something serious right off the cuff. But actually, I'm sorry, I didn't get your thoughts on that, man. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh yeah, I already said
Oh, you agree with that, ain't it? That you already know. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's you can see it in the news headlines. You ain't even really got to
hell
use
yeah.
it.
Ain't no room for no more of us here. What it is.
Exactly. Exactly, because that's all I did. You know, when I punched in Haitian, U.S. and Haitian refugees, all those headlines came up. Oh no, we can't have them come in. We ain't got enough room. But then when I put U.S. Ukrainian refugees, it said we welcome. We want them to come in, temporary work, money, billions, millions. We talking money here, all kind of economic money packages. We
You
got to
know.
help you. We got to, you know what I'm saying, and all that. Look, there was a sheriff where I'm at, who's rounding up this sheriff is rounding up bulletproof vests to send that to the Ukrainian military.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they doing the most out here, man. They doing the most out here, and half these Ukrainians, like I said, a lot of these Ukrainians are on that neo-Nazi tip. So it's like they ain't just some, you know what I'm saying? Like all these ain't just families. I'm sure it's just some people who just regular people, families. I feel bad, whatever. You know, I don't want nobody to get fucked up, but I'm saying a lot of these motherfuckers is neo-Nazis too. They got a big thing going on out there with that. Actually, it was in the paper today. Ukraine says Nazis have returned after Russians hit the Holocaust memorial. So, but also, they say they returned them, but the Nazis is already there and shit. You know what I'm saying? They was already there too. But we gonna, like I said, we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving, man. And keep this thing moving along. We're gonna jump right into. We're gonna keep. Well, yeah, we're gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it on a higher note. We're gonna keep it serious talk here. Uh, but on a good note, your boy, my guy, a brother you should know, brother Dr. Willie Wilson of Chi-Town. Nobody's talking about this, brother. It's funny, man. When a black man does something that's good or he flexes some kind of power, you notice they don't
Yeah,
like to highlight that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the mainstream media doesn't. I'm just talking, but
yeah.
I'm gonna highlight this brother. I don't know if you know anything about what this brother just did, but businessman Willie Wilson. He owned over the course of the years and decades. Brother Willie owned McDonald's. He owned 8 or 9 or 10 of them, or
Oh
I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
majority of them in the Chicagoland area. I think he sold them for a big ass bag too. I think Willie sold them for a big bag,
Hmm.
uh, and what's this? This is what he did to give back, man. Since nobody was talking about it, brother Willie Wilson. He saw people with the gas prices going up and everything. You know, everybody's, people struggling to get gas. You know, everybody know the gas prices is high as hell. You know what I'm saying? And he just kept seeing people struggle. So he was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna do something about it. So he went ahead and had a free gas giveaway, and he gave away $200,000 worth of gas in the hood gas stations. So most of all the hood gas stations, he set them up with a stipend, and yeah, he gave away he gave him $200,000, and he said, I want everybody to get $50 worth of gas till it's gone. So everybody could come in and get $50 now, and that sounds great. Now this is a foundational Black American brother here, but now the thing is that let me tell you this: what else he did? Not only that, one week he gave away. The big thing was he gave away the gas, but a lot of his critics was saying, well, he shouldn't have gave away that money, and he caused gridlock. He caused backup because all the gas stations and the traffic was backed up because he was giving out. Everybody found out he was giving away the gas.
Mm.
Okay, so the brother does something great. Ain't nobody doing shit out here. Matter of fact, not the president, not the goddamn governor, not nobody. Nobody you can name. I don't give anybody you can name is out here really doing something for the. Everybody say they doing something for the people, and they probably it's different ways to do something for the people. And don't get me wrong, you could write legislation, do this, that, the third, but nobody is doing it grassroots style. In putting money in hands.
Yeah.
Babies hugging people. Ain't nobody doing that shit no more. And Willie Wilson said, you know what? I'm gonna take my paper and go out here and get back so everybody can get to work. And he said that. He said, I want to do this because I see people struggling out here. People struggling to get to work, mothers, single parents and everything. I want to do something to get back to my community. So check this out. The brother, this past week, Mr. Willie Wilson gave away $1 million worth of gas.
No
$1
shit.
million, 50 bucks for every person per person, and he extended it from the hood to the suburbs.
Oh, no shit.
Now he's still now with this, you thinking, damn, everybody, was geeked up. They was the city, but he still had proponents. People were saying he causing more gridlock, more traffic, because excuse me,
Yeah,
y'all.
he backing up traffic.
Yeah, the
Being
gas stations
nice.
was backed up. It was people trying to get that free gas. And okay, if that's the only thing you can come up with is, but check this out. Two suburbs rejected his offer. At those select gas stations for the giveaway. Some suburban sheriff talking about, oh well, I don't know, it's just gonna be too much for me to handle. We don't, trying to police these gas stations, people get the gas and all this. You know what I'm saying? So anytime, to me, I don't think that's the case. I feel like this, and maybe I'm looking at it too deep, but I feel like this. Anytime, most of the time, the mainstream society don't get to see a powerful brother. Either he got to be bucking and jucking and shucking and jiving. He got to be,
Yeah.
he got to be this way, as Fred Sanford say. Um, but but the thing about it, this brother's in power because he got money. Money is power. So they like, damn, who is that nigga on that nag? So
Yeah.
they go, you know what I'm saying? Like, money is power. So he got the money to flex on your ass. You know what I'm saying? This dude
Yeah.
just gave $1.2 million out
Hey,
in
them
free
two
gas.
communities must have been like, nah, we good. We already got it.
Hey, anyway, think about this.
You said we don't own none of your darky money.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, exactly. So they saying the sheriff was saying, well, he don't want people coming out there to get the gas or whatever, so they rejected his offer. Now, had it been somebody like Donald Trump or anybody white or something, I'm sure the dude when it said that he would have probably took the gas. But it's just the fact that this black man out here got. And then the funny thing about it, in the interview, Willie Wilson said, he said, well, because he talked real slow and old school. He got that like the granddaddy. So he's like, well, he said, I had a couple dollars laying around. I said, that's gangster. That's how you know that's power. 1.2 million is a couple dollars to him. He said, well, I had a couple dollars laying
Yeah,
around
did
and
I
I thought
take my pocket change?
right. A lot of people were saying, oh, he's just doing it because he want to run for mayor of Chicago, because he has tried to run for mayor a couple times.
Yeah.
Even if he did, I'm okay with it. Shit. I'd rather have a mayor that's go give me, you know what I'm saying, give me you know what I'm saying, do something for me in time of need
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
somebody locked up by politics. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's the thing with Wilson. I think he don't have to capitulate to nobody because he got paper already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got paper. Think about it. He don't have to be bound to no party because he got money. He don't have to, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I just want to send that brother a shout out because
Hell yeah.
I mean, who does that? You know what I'm saying? It was all over national news. Most of the big mainstream was covering it, saying Chicago millionaire gives away, but yeah, Willie Wilson, $1.2 million in free gas, $50 to everybody. I want to say it was like 50 or 60 gas stations that was a part of it. And he had people there pumping gas for you and everything. He had people
Oh,
there
okay.
set up.
Yeah,
Yeah, he had people
staff
there.
and play.
Right. No, he had people
He
there
setting
set
up
up.
jobs and shit.
Yeah. He had people set up to pump the gas to give you exactly 50. You get out, the next person go, that person get on you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but the city was complaining about that. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, of course, quote unquote. There was even a guy. It was even a blogger in Chicago. Of course, he was of the other persuasion. He was saying that it was a bad idea for him to give away his money like that. He says, this is his head, like gas giveaways harm people. We shouldn't let rich politicians like Willie Wilson do them. So
And I
this,
think it was Ross Perot. Them motherfuckers.
right. I think just the fact that a black man could flex on them like that, that's what was, you know what I'm saying? The fact that
Yeah.
he had money to go ahead and just flex on them and just be like, you know what? I'm just go ahead and do something for the people. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is he extended it to the suburbs. Like, I'm gonna look out for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, because there's a lot of us that live in the suburbs. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, a couple of the suburbs, little small suburbs, they rejected his offer. And I'm like, you a little small suburb, you ain't gonna have gridlock. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's one of the things they, people that one thing about it, it was mentioned in a book too that a lot of times white supremacists they won't take money from you. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to feel, they want to feel over you. You know what I'm saying? They want to feel over you. So if this you got this black man flexing with 1.2 million giving out gas, like they like, oh no, you ain't flexing on us like that. No, your money ain't good here. You know what I'm saying? We don't want you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah. I went deep, y'all. I'm sorry, I went there. But shout out to Willie Wilson helping them people out in Chi-Town. He did more than Obama than ever did. So I got to say that. But next thing, we're moving on. Next topic, we're gonna kick it to sports. Swag, you got my man, LBJ.
LeBron James.
Yeah.
Yep, man. LeBron James just passed Karl Malone to become the second highest scorer in NBA history.
Mm. Damn. Don't he? No, he got to pass Kareem next, ain't it?
Yeah, Kareem is number one, and according to this scale I have here, uh, like if he scores 20 points a game, he'll get it by March of next season. If he
Okay.
scores up to like 30 points a game, probably 24 points a game from here on out, he could probably get it before the All-Star break next season.
Is that so? He broke the he so he passed Karl Malone on the list.
Yeah, for number two.
Oh, Karl Malone was number two. The next is Kareem.
Yeah, Karl Malone was behind Kareem.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, shout out to LeBron, man.
Hell yeah. With 36,985 right now.
Yeah, man. You gotta regardless of who you think is the GOAT and all this, one thing you can say you gotta admire or at least look in amazement of LeBron is longevity. His longevity and the level he's playing at. You know what I'm saying? He's about to he's about to win the damn scoring title this year.
Yeah,
So
in year 19.
old man, you know what I'm saying? In basketball years, an old man. Definitely ain't old, he's
Hey, I ain't
37.
gonna, I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna pull the Jordan hate out though.
Nah, yeah. I mean, you could. I mean, I'm just looking at it like this, man. It's like I don't look at it like, oh, because Jordan did this, that negates everything everybody else did. I don't look at it like that because I don't think about it. I don't think Jordan couldn't play as long as LeBron. His body wasn't, built for that. So he had to bow out. I mean, Jordan did his thing. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Definitely one of the greatest players ever to touch a basketball. But
Yeah,
I think LeBron is too, man, because to do what he's done and the level, the level. I mean, it's not like he's. See, that's the thing that kind of separate it. The argument for me is that I think they both great. But the thing that separates for me is if you just have to focus on scoring, then of course you can do that. Just like Kobe, you can score, but you got to think about this. LeBron, he had not only scoring, assists, defense. He back when he had younger legs, he could play defense like that on both ends. I mean, just talking about all around, he had playing all around like Magic Johnson type player. You know what I'm saying? So his level, he's a great player. You got to give him his props. You know what I'm saying? I don't take nothing from Jordan, Kobe, and none of them either. But you got to get. I don't believe in like, oh man, I mean, because LeBron ahead of a lot of players. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, shout out to the man. You know what I'm saying? And
hell yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna keep watching the NBA after he retire, man. Because these younger cats, I don't know if nobody excite me enough to
Hey
keep
man,
watching.
Mellow Ball, man, that nigga playing
Well, no,
smooth,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Well, no, you know what? Giannis still in it. And KD, because I feel like KD go retire right after LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So once LeBron retired, then you are gonna see KD retire. You know what I'm saying? Or if KD get another injury, he definitely probably gonna retire after LeBron retire. Then you gonna have Giannis and the rest of the young. But Steph will probably be in that class with KD. Well,
yeah,
now Steph
yeah.
and them they could probably play longer. Steph and them could probably play longer because they
No,
shorter
yeah, man.
players.
Steph got a good run left.
All he got to do is shoot. All he got to do is shoot. So he could play for years to come. But You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Where like
he
Kevin Durant,
gonna
he's
there.
7 footer. Yeah, them big 7 footers and stuff. After a while, your body, But I don't know if I'm gonna watch the NBA like that. I ain't gonna lie, man. I really don't hardly watch it now. But the only reason I'm watching now is probably because of to see what LeBron go do, or if they're gonna do something or whatever. When I seen they wasn't doing shit this year, I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? They better blow the team up, get rid of homeboy and all that. But I kind of been
Yeah,
focused on football. Um,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I'm saying? We'll get into that
yeah.
another time,
For me, after Jason Kidd, yeah, yeah. For me, after Jason Kidd retired, I kind of fell away from it, and then Michael got into basketball and started playing. So then it got me back into watching basketball.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
probably as long as Miles is hooping, they both still hooping right now, active.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna probably be on it for a
Hell yeah.
while.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love basketball, but it's just like the game that it's becoming, it's not as exciting as the game that we grew up on because there was more nuances to it. It wasn't just pull up, everybody just shoot threes. It was a dance. Me, you, and CT, we got to grow up watching real bad. What I call, I ain't gonna lie. I know people are like, well, you sounding old, but we got to watch the old school, but the dance of basketball, the beauty of it. Meaning,
Yeah, back to the basket shit.
there was no positionless basketball. I don't like positionless basketball. I really don't. I'm not a fan of 7 footers shooting 3 pointers and all that shit. I love the dance of. I remember the dance of you had a point guard. That point guard used to lead that team. That point guard had to dish that rock. That point guard had to set you up. That point guard had to throw the oops. That point guard had to make everybody around him better and be the leader, the quarterback. Then you had that shooting guard who just come out there and just get hot. Wow. What? Just, you know what I'm saying? He just got in the groove, or he'd go off. Or some nights you have a big power forward. He going down low. You can't stop him. He getting every rebound. He putting putbacks. Then you got the center some nights who going like a Shaq. Just a
Yeah,
monster on the boards. You can't stop him. And I miss the down low battles of the big men. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, back to the basket, banging down there. You
yeah.
know what I'm
Get that
saying?
dream shaking that
Yeah, I
motherfucker.
gotta do a dream shake. I gotta do a hook shot. I gotta do,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I just can't come shoot a floater and or pull up for a floater like a teardrop floater, or I can't just shoot a three and walk back down the end of the
That's
court. I actually
Euro
gotta play,
step game.
defense with an arm in your back. You know what I'm saying? I miss, you know what
Hell
I'm saying,
yeah.
where you can hand check. You know what I'm saying? You can put an arm on somebody's back, they bagging you down to brace yourself. That was real ball right there to me. I don't, because I just don't see where. I mean, I know the game has the evolution has to go, but I just don't see where the game's going. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just shooting fucking threes. Like, what is that, man? Like, that's gonna be boring. Basically, it's basically becoming what the WNBA is: a bunch of 3 pointers and layups. That's all the shit is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like every now and then we get a dunk or whatever like that, but you know, it's not exciting to watch. I don't like. I mean, I'm just saying. I do like when they get hot. It's coming down to the clutch and they trading threes. That's fun to watch. But I'm talking about like the regular course of the game when everybody just shooting threes. That's why, and think about it, nobody plays defense, so that's why a lot of these players look better than they are. A lot of people like, man, you see him? I'm like, he wouldn't be shit if motherfuckers could play real defense. He wouldn't get that shot. He wouldn't be able to pull that shot off. That's why I still like Reggie Miller is one of the greatest shooters, because you got to remember Reggie had to get his shot off back when motherfuckers could hand check your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
It
yeah.
wasn't
They
no.
put your ass back down to the ground.
Yeah, it wasn't no clear path to the basket. It wasn't no just pulling up and just. If Reggie Miller was around in this decade, man, it would be ugly. It would be ugly. It would be ugly, man. But on speaking of news, we was talking about WNBA. Speaking of that, I want to go right to your boy William Thomas. I mean, AKA now Leah Thomas. Let's be correct here. Um, William Thomas is now Leah Thomas. He took the LIA out of William. He took the LIA out of William and just made it Leah. That was like some rap shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Will I Am and shit. But anyway,
Okay.
uh
Will I ain't.
right, Will I Am. Hell yeah, he ain't, yeah, he showed it anyway. But swimmer Leah Thomas become NCAA's first transgender D1 champion in any sport. It says um Leah won the women's 500-yard freestyle championship on Thursday to become the first transgender NCAA champion in Division I history. She finished the race in 4:33.24, beating Virginia's Emma Wyatt by 1.75 seconds. Damn. The time fell short of the time fell short of Katie Ledecky's NCAA record time of 4:24.06. So damn, he almost broke an NCAA record. I mean, she.
Oh, Kimo.
He or she. He know what I mean. Nigga, Will, you know me, nigga. You know. All right, dog. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Uh, Leah goes to Penn State or whatever like that. It said, check this out. Hold on. It was something else about this article that I had to go over here. And if I could find it, here we go. Now, there was some people who were against, like for and kind of against her getting this award. Among the critics of Thomas's eligibility are 16 of her Penn State teammates, or of her Penn teammates. He goes to Penn, I'm sorry. Penn teammates. So 16 of her Penn teammates are critics. They sent a letter in February signed by the 1984 Olympic gold medalist and chief executive of women's sports advocacy organization Champion Women Nancy Hogshead Mocker, urging Penn and the Ivy League. I'm sorry, we having technical difficulties, y'all. My stuff jumping here. Okay, here we go. But no. So once again, the women's sports advocacy organization Champion Women woman Nancy Hogshead Maker urging Penn and Ivy League to consider her eligibility. That she said, this is quoting, "We fully support Leah Thomas and her decision to affirm her gender identity and to transition from man to be a woman." The letter read, "Leah has every right to live her life authentically. However, we also recognize that when it comes to sports competition, that the biology of sex is a separate issue from someone's gender." Okay. Biologically, Leah holds an unfair advantage over competition in the women's category, as evidenced by her rankings that have bounced from 462 as a man. So she was ranked 462 as a man, and now to number one as a female. If she were to be eligible to compete against us, she could now break Penn Ivy League and NCAA women's swimming records. Let me see. Okay, yeah. And she could never have done it as a male athlete. That's another thing they say. So she could have never done it. Of course, she could have never done that as a male athlete. When she was William, he was ranked 462 in a damn, in a competition. Now he moved over to the women's. He's ranked number one. So that's definitely, it's like we've been saying. There's a big debate going on right now about transgenders and in sports, and I don't get the fucking debate. It ain't no debate. They should just have their own sports set up, just like okay, you got men's, you got the women's, and then you should have the transgenders. If that's what they want to do, you know what I'm saying. Let them have their own. Let them go against other transgenders, so that way it'll be fair. You know what I'm saying. If they gonna have them play, if you're gonna play sports, then it should be fair level of competition. So if you're going up against other transgenders, people then, you know what I'm saying? That should just be, they can make it another category. You know what I mean? But that's unfair because like you said, you got little girls and people who've been training all their life to do a sport. And then you decide one summer that, you know what? I want to live my life as, a woman. You wake up one day and say, you know what? I want to live my life as a woman. And then you go to the sport. You only been on the sport 1 week and then you break a record and then you, and somebody else's woman been training her whole life to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? So that's really not fair, man. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if he was ranked number one as a man and number one as a woman. Like, oh, okay, well, I don't know now, but like you jump from 462 to number, like right now, I don't play no sports, y'all. The only thing I do is work out, but I guarantee if they start if they had like a women's football league, which they do, or a full pad league, like they got a women's full pad league. If I go out there with the women and play football, I'm breaking every record. I'm trucking. Some women go get ran the fuck over. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a running back.
Yeah, now see, See,
Yeah, all I gotta do is put a wig on up under my helmet, put that motherfucker on, give me the ball,
his helmet.
head down, bow. You know what I'm saying? People, I'm talking about, and we winning everything. You know
You
what I'm
got
saying? It's gonna be
Edwin James
embarrassing.
out the back.
Man, I might have 10 touchdowns in one game. Like it might be something ridiculous like
No,
that.
but I mean, okay, so they tried to say, well, not try to say, but there's benchmarks on the hormone levels, of the transgender athlete, and then if they meet them benchmarks, then I guess they're eligible for competition, but it's still an advantage, clearly, because this dude, you know what I'm saying, he couldn't even pick up jock straps, ranked 462, and then
Right.
make the switch, and then we talk about the king of the mountain, king of the hill.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
but I mean, back when we talked about it before, I was like, there's gonna be a time where there should be a construct in place for situations like these, because
Hmm.
now the record books are about to be affected in a way that naturally wouldn't have been affected. And I don't know if I want to use the word natural or not. Don't kill me if that's not the right word to use. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
No, you say natural woman.
no, I'm talking about just the records would not naturally be broken. Not like they're going to be changed if the record books just report the history.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because
It's clearly that's
huh?
clearly it's unfair. Like they said, it's an unfair advantage, and that letter was penned by her teammates and like the 1984 gold medalists, like saying like, well, okay, we cool with you, with you how you want to live your life, but this is a unfair advantage. You was just ranked 462 as a man, and now you came over here, you ranked number one. So I mean, and, come on, man. Like, everybody know that's still a man. I mean,
Hey,
regardless, I know they don't want to hear it, but that's still a man. Just like I said, forget the gender identity part about it. We talking biology here, science.
hey,
That's
why that
still a man.
motherfucker look like Caitlyn Jenner on the low key?
I guess that's what motherfucker getting the style from and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to look like that.
Yesterday, Wheaties. This
Hell
year,
yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying though, like that's the thing I hate though. A lot of these people who be saying, oh, in those communities, like, oh, everything is unfair. This is unfair, but you want to be unfair to other people. You know what I'm saying? You're okay with when the favor falls in your lap, but you don't want. You know what I'm saying? But you don't call it out. And that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you want equal, it should be equal for everybody. So, but like you all for it, like, because it was an interview with her, and he was saying like, oh, I don't have an advantage. Basically, I'm paraphrasing, this is not verbatim, and this is, hey, allegedly he said that, but basically he was saying, what I got from the gist of the discussion, or the interview, was he was like, what's the big deal? I mean, she was like, "What's the big deal? What's the big deal about me being used to being a man? I mean, I just work hard. I work hard like everybody else do." And
hey,
it's like, come
hey,
on.
wait till this shit gets to contact sports like boxing and MMA. There's gonna be some domestic violence in that motherfucker.
Well, remember they already got it. Remember we covered that one story where that UFC fighter was a man, was knocking women out. Remember we
Yeah,
covered
was
that.
beating bitches to death.
Yeah, he was beating. And then remember in the Olympics, they had that motherfucking deadlifter that was a transgender, and they didn't rule him out of. They didn't rule that motherfucker out the Olympics. And that was clearly like he had just had to change like 2 or 3 months prior. It wasn't even a year out.
I mean, I'm still riding on the same wagon. Like they should create a heat or a division for transgender athletes both ways.
I mean,
And
that's why I said let them go up against people. Say, if you transgender, you go up against a transgender just to
I
make it
mean,
fair. That's what I'm saying. So
yeah. I mean, I don't feel no kind of way, but man, but when
mhm.
it comes to the record books and distinct.
I feel the way
physical
because
advantage. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I just feel away because it's taking, like say, it's taking some food out of a lot of women's and black women's mouths too that like they do sports. When you do that, you know what I'm saying? That's just I just feel it because I feel for the brothers who, like, let's say if you got a daughter and your daughter been running track all her life, you've been training her ass all her life, you've been crying blood, sweat, and tears with your daughter get a shot, go to the Olympics, you know, she running good in college, and then all of a sudden you know what? I decide one day I'm gonna put a wig on, you know what I'm saying? And I hate to be blunt like that, but I'm just saying, I'm just like, okay, I decide you've been doing this for 17 years. I decide within 1 year that, you know, I feel different about myself. And
Hey, did you hit me up an NFT just then?
right. No, you did not NFT. Now
No, I'm talking you was
now I
netted
have
out.
now I have you know, a wig on or whatever, and I race against your daughter and I smoke her ass. That's not fair. That ain't fair. I should not be. I'm still a grown ass. You know what I'm saying, man? I mean, I still have the biology of a grown man, regardless of what I identify as. You know, what I identify as, I still have the biology of a grown ass man. So I'm a smoke your daughter on the. I don't even give a fuck. She could be training 18 years. I'm a smoker.
Hey, but this but this
you
Leah
know
Thomas is post op, ain't she?
who?
Leah Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I think that, yeah, I think, you know what? I think she just had the change and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
still, the change don't get rid of your DNA and your biology though. That's the thing. Like, you can get it chopped off all day, but that's not gonna make you no less DNA wise a man than anything. If your leg get chopped off, you're not no less of a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If your arm get chopped off, you're not no less of a man. So just like any other body part that get chopped off, that don't make you no less DNA wise or whatever it is. Like if a woman loses her breast to cancer, is she still not a woman? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, she is. So even if she loses her womb to cancer, she's still a woman by DNA wise. You know what I'm saying? That DNA gonna say woman all day, you know. So it's just something they gonna just have to deal with, man. Like I think if they sit here and let these trans athletes come into women's sports, then I'm just done with sports, man. Like, you know, what's the use of having sports? Because, you know what I'm saying, the reason we like watching sports is watch fair, friendly competition. And that ain't no fair, friendly competition. You got this big motherfucker up here.
No, no. Okay. Just like for instance, let's just say there's a world class Olympian male sprinter, right? And he gets in a horrible car accident and loses the lower part of his right leg. So then he comes to be in the fucking Special Olympics. They would shut that shit down.
Who, Olympic sprinter?
Yeah, like, yeah. You
And
know
he
what I'm
gets put in
saying?
the Special Olympics.
Yeah, because he lost part of his leg in the accident, but he still want to compete. And so he go down to the Special Olympics. Well, not particularly down, but
Uh-huh.
they,
Well,
they,
yeah,
they wouldn't let him compete.
because he ain't special.
Yeah, what you mean? He an amputee?
Special means, I think they have to be
Amputee?
special. Is the Special Olympics for people who are mentally disabled, mentally too,
No,
and physically.
no, man. The amputees, they have a division too.
They have right. No, well, they have them. They do.
Like,
They let him compete, but they wouldn't ban him because he's an amputee.
yeah. Oh, so you don't think they
Special
would
Olympics, to
stop
my
him?
knowledge, is for people who I don't. I mean, I think you can be, like you say,
Yeah, man.
handicapped,
Like,
or
yeah, there's a handicapped and then there's a mentally handicapped Special
that's what I'm
Olympics.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so I thought you was talking about the mentally handicapped, like for Down syndrome and stuff like that. Like, I don't think the Down syndrome people compete with the non-Down syndrome people, do they?
No.
I didn't think so. That's what I was saying. So no, they wouldn't let it. You're right. They wouldn't let his ass compete. But if it was special, if it was like the Olympics, like the
Yeah, like,
handicap Olympics,
okay. Remember that one sprinter from
mhm,
Australia, Sartorius, that
right,
killed his wife?
right. He went
Yeah,
to the regular Olympics. He wanted to compete in the regular Olympics, and they said that he had an unfair advantage because of
the
the clink
blade,
clink tink tink. That's
the
Cat Williams
blade,
tink tink joke. They were saying that he had an advantage, remember? With his legs being like, and most people were saying, well, how does he have an advantage if he ain't got no legs? But they said the way those things was engineered, the bounce they get and everything, that could be, you know what I'm saying? That can give you an advantage. Shit. It's like RoboCop. Like, oh, I mean, the motherfucker was only left was a face, you know what I'm saying? Nigga had a whole body. Like, oh no, don't fuck with RoboCop. He has an unfair advantage. RoboCop will blow your ass away, nigga.
The drop it, freak.
Hell yeah. RoboCop will smash your esophagus with that strong ass robot hand. He ain't got no unfair. He do have. So I was with that because it was a lot of people remember at the time saying, how could he have an unfair advantage? He don't have legs. I said, well, it's the way them things he got on his legs is constructed.
Spring, goddamn it.
Yeah, that motherfucker was bouncing. That motherfucker was moving in them bitches. That motherfucker was moving along. I'm sorry, your man D.Watson got in Cleveland. Went ahead and got that $230 million guarantee, first time in NFL history. Man, let's clap it up for that.
Yeah, he got baseball.
That brother got
paid like that. MLB, didn't he?
Boy, did he? He got them baseball numbers. He got them baseball numbers. That boy got that Barry Bonds contract. You know
that's bigger than the A-Rod joint. Remember when that was a big deal? Hell yeah.
Now it was a lot of NFL owners. It was grumblings, as we like to say. It was grumblings that a lot of NFL owners they weren't too happy about Cleveland. A lot of the executives are mad at Cleveland's executives because they said they should have never did that. That's unprecedented. And now
they said they broke the market.
He broke the market. So they say he fucked up the game, man. So the owner of the Cleveland Browns. So he on the, I guess all the other NFL owners, they off of him and shit right now. But I'm glad the brother got, I mean, you know what? This is what I say. When you do right, justice will come to you sometimes, and then you got to get payback. Because and you know what's so crazy? The court of public opinion. Now the second court with Deshaun Watson, the first court dismissed his, the charges or whatever. The second court, they dismissed this shit too. They not gonna charge him too.
Oh, no suits.
He got off on all that shit. Check this out. The thing I don't like though is the mainstream media. Anytime black man, the mainstream media is still trying to say he guilty. Like, oh well, he didn't give enough answers. What the fuck you mean? If the courts didn't they always like to go by what the courts say. It's funny when the legal system worked for us, they kind of it's broken.
The fuck?
This broken. This legal system is broken.
The fuck broke?
this shit's broke. This legal system is broken. Hell no, it wasn't meant. He ain't supposed to get off. So the thing is, it said basically. The second court, they dismissed the charges. They not go try him. He's good to go. He's cleared everything. One thing I didn't like, a lot of the media outlets are still going at Deshaun Watson, trying to call him, trying to pull him down, talk about him and all that kind of stuff. The thing is, it was one dude, it was one cat. This dude, I don't even know who this idiot is. I ain't going to say his name because I don't know him. But he said if women, this is his thoughts. This is a blogger or a report. He said if he's supposed to be some famous dude. If 22 women accuse you of sexual assault, you should have some form of regret. Now, so if 22 people accuse you of something and then you get off, you found that they was lying, and you said they was lying the whole time, and the courts find you not guilty, I should still feel regretful. What the fuck? And I don't even want to say the dude's name. He's a white cat. I don't want to say his name to get him no kind of shine because I never heard of the motherfucker myself. So I ain't gonna give him no shine. But I'm just saying.
You want to lay a base his ass?
Yeah, I want to, but I ain't gonna do it, man. He's on some punk ass sports show. But he says that this is his thoughts. I'm gonna read what he said. He said, well, this is what Watson said. Watson said, I don't have any regrets. Like I said, the things off the field right now that came up caught me by surprise because I never did anything that these people are alleging. Okay. This sports journalist, this idiot asshole I'm talking about, he said he found Watson's remarks peculiar. He said 22 different women alleging sexual assault, and we still haven't gotten any kind of rational defense from Deshaun Watson. Why the fuck why does he have to get some kind of defense for you? If the court found the man innocent, then he got to have a defense for you. We don't still have no defense for it. You just want the motherfucker to be guilty. You know what I'm saying? This is what else he said. I don't have any regrets. I don't have any regrets. He said, I don't know if 22 different women accuse you of sexual assault. I would think you would have to have some form of regret in your life.
Yeah. He wanted to move the goalpost just because it don't sit well with him, you know.
And then he said, they was talking about that Deshaun Watson, he went to too many massage. It seemed peculiar that he went to 22. This is a different reporter here. This is another reporter. I'll name him because I don't know this motherfucker. He worked for the News Hero. I ain't gonna name him. Fuck it. Reporter for the News Hero. He said, he was making a joke about it. I'm gonna go back to 40 massage people. Why not just find one you really like and stick with that person? So they trying to say because Deshaun Watson went to 40 different massage people over the course of 5 years. Mm-hmm. That's peculiar. Now, how is that peculiar when this dude is a high-level NFL quarterback? And if you know anything about playing sports, these athletes spend millions of dollars on their body. They have masseuses, they have trainers, conditioning coaches, dietitians, nutritionists. These motherfuckers employ like hundreds of people, whole staffs and shit, to have a body, right, so they can perform at the level they want to perform at. So to me, it don't strike me as peculiar that somebody, because Deshaun Watson said, I just tried different massage people.
Hell yeah, and you get 8 road games a season. Of course, it's going to be.
He was right. He was saying a lot of the masseuse he got referred to was the ones that the team referred him to. So. You know what I'm saying? You go through different people, like even trainers. Like an athlete don't keep the fucking same trainer unless that motherfucker's like what's dude to train D-Wade, Michael Jordan, and Kobe. Unless he like that dude, you know what I'm saying? You not and think about it. D-Wade, Kobe, and Michael, they still all had different trainers outside of that main trainer.
Yeah, Tom Brady probably the only one that fuck with one dude.
Right. But I'm sure Tom Brady he probably got a list of dietitians.
LeBron has a team of motherfuckers.
Right, man. So it's just like they want to make the man out a villain, and just because he got paid, and I'm congratulating because I feel he got what's deserved. He kept his head down.
Yeah,
he stuck to his story.
He stayed the course.
Yeah, man. He sat out a year, stuck to his story. And then if you seen his woman or whatever, I'm not trying to look at his woman like that, but I'm damn his woman she's a very good looking woman. So I mean, I don't think the dude had to really go and fuck with a bunch of 22 different masseuses or harass them when he had that waiting at the crib for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I just don't see that. Like, dudes like that really don't generally have to force anybody unless, you know what I'm saying? Unless you just that kind of creepy ass dude.
Some creepy shit, yeah.
Right, but think about it. Like I said before, you never heard nothing bad about Deshaun Watson off the field before he asked for that, forced his way out of Houston. Even in college, you didn't hear nothing. All you heard was he's a great leader. Oh my God, his story. Yeah. He helped his mom. His mom had cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, he helped his brother. He raised his brothers and sisters. Like, you ain't hear nothing but good about the guy. As soon as he said try to force his way out of Houston, out of a losing, they got rid of D-Hop. They got out of everything. He felt like he felt like, well, damn, they ain't trying to win. I want to get the fuck out of here and win the Super Bowl. So
yeah, as soon as he said something against the status quo,
man. So I'm shout out to Deshaun Watson, man. I hope you do good. I don't know about, hey, look, you know what? I don't know if I would have picked Cleveland, but you know what? For a fully guaranteed $230 million, I would have picked the Hawaiian, or the Alaskan Eskimos if they had a goddamn team.
Yeah, I've been playing
the Alaskan Igloos and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
230 guaranteed, man. That's a deal you can't refuse. That's an offer you can't kind of refuse.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield. And he said, just trade me to the Colts. and then the coach told him they can politely fuck off.
Yeah, Houston said, yeah, Houston, we got a long time rivalry with Houston. So yeah, we got I'm a Colts fan, but we got a long time rivalry. So I already knew they wouldn't go. Most teams ain't gonna give you nobody in the division. You know what I'm saying? Because they like, man, we gotta play this motherfucker too. No, we gotta send him across somewhere else. We gotta send him across the water somewhere. No, so I knew that wouldn't happen. Deshaun wanted to come. No, man, I'm kind of happy about that he wanted to come to Nap. You know what I'm saying? Nap was a nice spot that a lot of quarterbacks wanted to come, but I'm just happy for Deshaun Watson that he got off. He didn't, he got off just like Bill did. You know what I'm saying? Bill Cosby, and they tried to get the brother, and they didn't get him, and he got paid, and he got generational wealth for his kids. So, shout out to that brother, man. And moving right along, man. Oh man, I don't know if you heard this. Y'all probably did. The Black News Channel is out of business. We covered this before that they weren't paying their employees, but they totally shut down. The owner is the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Shad, what's his name? Khalil. I'm sorry if I got your name wrong. Shad Ali or something like that. I apologize, my brother, if I got he ain't a brother, but you know what I mean.
Khan.
Yeah, man. Shad Khan. You're right, Khan. And it's totally shut down. A lot of black people ain't really tripping on it because we called it the non-Black News Channel because
hey, that's the shit with Mark Lamont Hill, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's basically they didn't really appeal to a black audience like they thought they was, you know what I'm saying? Because they was coming from a non-black kind of perspective. They was, I don't like to throw the word cooning around, but I mean they just wasn't really. It wasn't really.
They would seem more moderate than they did.
Yeah, it really wasn't. It just really wasn't what the people wanted. I should put it that way. It wasn't.
But like whenever I saw them in take positions on major issues, they be coming from exactly the opposite of what I thought they would come from.
Right. They basically came from the same. It's like a CNN or a big, you know what I'm saying, like Fox or somebody run, you know what I'm saying, by somebody. So, we'll build them a deal, the Black DNC. So we're gonna still get our news. Most of y'all gonna still probably get y'all news off YouTube, a lot of the black media, Tariq Nasheed, Professor Black Truth, Black Authority, Dewan B, and all them cats like Vicky Diller, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can go down the line. It's a bunch of them out here, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we one of y'all sources for media news as well. And we doing our thing, we don't like to pat attaboy ourselves. What's my boy on the wrestling, the attaboy, the Horowitz?
Billy Jack Haynes.
Yeah, Billy Jack.
No, that was Barry Horowitz.
What was that? Brooklyn Brawler.
Barry Horowitz. Where they used to pat himself on the back.
We do what we can. Hopefully, we have your viewership and you enjoy watching us. We try to make it enjoyable. Shout out to the people in the comments. We thank y'all for watching, and once again, like I say, we thank y'all for watching. And even if we don't agree with your comments, thank you for the comments. Still, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can have different, places of perspective or whatnot. So hey, it's all good. As long as it don't come to no crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? We all good. But other than that,
hey, if you ain't being hated on, you ain't doing something right.
There you go. I got another story too. We're gonna end on a good note. I got another good story too. This brother right here, I call him App Brother. This brother right here got them apps, man. He has the first. This brother right here, our brother right here, has one of the first apps, social media platforms for black folks. If I can get him up here, yeah, man. I apologize here. I got a new little. Okay, here we go. All right. I got a new little arrangement. This brother right here, really, he's important. This entrepreneur, he launched the first ever black-owned social media networking app in the metaverse. The metaverse.
Let me find out.
Yes, sir. Doing big things. Now, this brother is he has high profile spokespersons for the app that include NFL Hall of Famer Terrell Owens, radio personality Sway from Texas Sway, and actor Kareem Grimes, and two-time U.S. Olympian Mika Barber. They all are investors. Meet Matthew Newman. That's the brother's name. He's the founder of the CEO of Truso. It's an audio, visual, social media networking app for the Black community worldwide. It's going to offer social environment that is close to face as one can get, which psychologists say provides a great way to feel more emotionally connected to other people and creates meaningful interactions. In its first month, the app quickly raised more than 30,000 from individual shareholders who wanted in. And guess what, guys? You can you actually can get in on this. Um, Basically, at its core, Truso is the barbershop, beauty shop, and brainchild of the Black community. So basically, it's where we can talk about our topics, talk about things on right on your phone or whatever. And right now, I believe there's investment opportunities for family and friends. Truso has early stage investors become shareholders with as little as $100. Investment opportunities are open for a limited time. So you want to go to startengine.com /Truso. Once again, that's startengine.com /Truso. If you want to invest up to $100 in this app, I think I'm definitely going to invest in it.
Yeah, man, that sounds provocative right there.
Keep now, Mr. Matthew, keeping pace with technology. He announced early in 2022 that Truso will launch both in 2D as well as 3D in the metaverse. Truso's building is perfectly suited for the metaverse, and one thing we don't want is for the Black community to be left out behind as the world enters the new frontier. While most folks are still trying to wrap their minds around the metaverse, a simple way to describe it is a shared virtual 3D world, or worlds that are interactive, immersive, and collaborative. And interactive and collaborative is what Truso is all about. So not only a social media medium, but as a resource for small business and entrepreneurs. So Truso, that's going to be TRUSO, Truso, TRUSO. We have no affiliation with Truso. I just looked up because we said, for our viewers, we're going to have more positive stories about what brothers and sisters are doing out here. And this is a brother that's making some noise and doing some things. I don't know the brother, but shout out to him. We appreciate what you do, brother. And, get in contact with us. If you see this video, we'd definitely love to have you on the show and interview you. Or if you're a representative for him, please get in contact. We'd definitely love to have a brother on the show. Mr. Matthew Newman. So Matthew Newman, we salute you, my brother, for doing something for the community.
Indeed.
And stepping in the right, like I said, with all this metaverse, a lot of people, we still trying to figure out NFTs, what the metaverse is and everything. So we got a brother already here, and like I say, he got some high profile investors, like I say, T.O. You got Kit Grimes from the show, actor Grimes, and then you got Mika Barber, 2-time Olympians, and he got somebody else too I mentioned. So he got people that's really Sway from Sway. Yeah, got the answer Sway. So Sway Calloway, he's part of it too. So definitely y'all, let's support the brother. Bust down $100. You never know, that $100 could turn into you never know, 30 million or down the line or whatever. So and he's offering it for a limited time. So jump on that. Once again, let me get that the email address. It was I believe search engine. I'm sorry, y'all. It's search engine. Here we go. Start engine. Start engine, all one word, .com /Truso, TRUSO, for investment opportunities as little as $100. All right, man. What you think about that?
Hey, man, that's awesome. I'm wondering why no one ever stepped up to do it before. Social media was about what, 15 years old now?
Right.
Yeah, man. But still, man, that's a beautiful thing, man. I'm definitely going to invest in it.
Oh yeah, man.
What's his name?
Yeah. His name's Matthew Newman. Truso. Yep. Yep. And I actually had one more story, man. We got one more story. Well, I'll save it for next time. We'll end on a good note. Because it's about.
He's gonna go deep.
I say, yeah, we'll have to go in again. We're gonna end it on a good note. Well, thank you once again for rocking with us. My bad, Swag. You had something you want to get off before we go?
No, man. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. I've been seeing more support in the comments. Love that. Press the buttons, fam. Hit like and subscribe. And I love y'all. And mind your mental health, man.
Oh yeah. You know what? Speaking of mental health, you gave me an idea. I forgot to tell y'all about something, everybody. Don't forget to watch on the entertainment because usually C does our entertainment section. So don't forget to watch. There's a new show on Apple TV starring Samuel L. Jackson called Ptolemy Gray. Ptolemy
Oh
Gray.
yeah,
It
yeah,
is
yeah.
the business. I've been watching it. It's about four
Oh really?
episodes in.
Hey, I got it. I got it in my in up next.
Because it deals with dementia in the black community and Alzheimer's, you know what I'm saying? And it has a
Yep.
sci-fi
Something
edge
that's
to it, right?
taboo to talk about.
Yeah. I'm not going spill the beans on it, but definitely Ptolemy Gray starts with a P. Ptolemy
Yeah.
Gray. Check it out on Apple Plus. Really good show. But me and we've been watching it. We've been checking it out. We're loving it. And there's another show too that's doing damn. Oh, definitely check out my boy Harold Perrineau in the show called From. It's on Epics. It's sci-fi. If you know Harold Perrineau, he was in
Yeah,
the Best Man movies.
Justice.
Yep, he was in the best. Did you see From? Have you been watching it?
Nuh-uh, I ain't hip to it, but
Oh
I
man,
know it
check
though.
this out.
Hey, I
Uh,
mess with him heavy.
Harold Perrineau, he's been in Oz. If you remember him from Oz, you remember him all the Best Man movies.
Yeah, he was in
Uh,
Matrix
this
Reloaded.
this is some M. Night Shyamalan type shit, and he's the lead. He's the lead in this. So the brother is running the point in this. He's the lead actor, the headliner
Yeah,
in this.
hey, that's what's
Check it
up.
out. It's about six episodes in, and it is good. I'm
Really,
actually
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
check
watch
it
it.
out.
I think
What's
yeah, come
what's
on
it called
tonight. I think
again?
it's called From
From.
From.
Oh,
From.
okay.
So check out
Yeah,
From
and
and
then
check out Ptolemy Gray.
hell yeah,
Mhm.
and Bridgerton season 2 came out. The series
Oh
by
yeah.
Shonda Rhimes on Netflix that just came out. That I watched the first episode of that. That's a good one too.
Yep.
If you get into that, yep. But yeah, that's about all I have, y'all.
Yeah, man. Well, if anything else, make sure y'all uh, be safe for the rest of the week. Make sure you hitting your goals. Make sure you thinking positive. Make sure you know that you in control. And only things only work. You can pray to God, but you got to let him work through you. So you got to let God in you. You know what I'm saying?
There
Work
you go.
and produce your blessings and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You can't just think of God as just somewhere chilling in the sky. You know what I'm saying? He's within you. So you got to let him work through you. And other than that, man, I'm gonna say peace, love to the family, everybody. If I missed anybody, sorry about that. I'm thinking about you. Stay safe, keep your health, and we out. Peace.
Yep.
We're gonna see you next week.
Free Britney.
Yeah.